Hey, what's up? First and foremost, before we get into the video, I want to welcome my 3 new subscribers. Thank you so much for stopping by and subscribing. I promise you'll learn something over here. I try to keep it as real as I can, or at least fact-based. I don't like to do a bunch of... I believe in conspiracies, but only conspiracies that have facts towards them. I don't do a bunch of just, mess. I don't like messiness. I like realness. And I feel like in this day and age, since we've had a really poor time with being able to pass things on by word of mouth or being able to trust the people who write our books and tell us these stories and give us this history that's their story and not really ours, I decided to leave a track for those who care to be a part of it, for those who care to carry it on. Leave a track of truth. So that's where we are with this. We're going to leave a track of truth. Today, I got some videos for you, and I hope you find them as interesting as I did, also as helpful as I did. Ladies, please be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of everything. Because sometimes you just can't get away, no matter what you do or what you don't. Let's get into the video.
I am a female runner, and these are my top safety tips for running by yourself. First things first is pepper spray. I do not run anywhere without my pepper spray. I like this one because it has a Velcro strap. I'm like just running around in a place where I'm comfortable. You can strap it on your wrist, and then like this. If you're a little bit more uncomfy, you can run with it like this on your hand. Tip number 2 is with your music. I play my music out loud. Let's say you get snatched, okay? Your music is gonna be still playing out loud. Somebody can walk by and hear it, or drop your phone. Phone is playing music out loud. Hopefully you're not that far away. Someone hears it. It's like, it alerts people who are around you. It just like shows that you're there. Some people are like, I don't want other people to hear my music, or like, you don't want to be like that person. Doesn't matter, be that person, okay? Tip number 3 is whenever I'm running, I try to wear bright colors. I mean, I wear bright colors anyways, and like I do it just because it's fun. Because if you're running on the road or anything like that, easier for people to see you. Another one I did not do today, but I know it is recommended to not run in a ponytail if you're going to be running by yourself. Oh, this is so unfortunate. It's so frustrating. It makes it easier to grab. You got a whole handle back here that is going behind you. If somebody is ever making you like super uncomfortable, I do not care. Take a picture or take a video of them. Usually that like freaks predators out, and knowing that have them on camera. I've also done this with cars that I felt that have been like following me when I'm running. Take a picture of the car, take a picture of the license plate. I could potentially have proof if I find my phone, they'll get them. Going hand in hand with that, if somebody is making you really uncomfortable running towards you, make eye contact with them. I make eye contact to let them know that I see them, I am acknowledging them, and I'm keeping my eye on them. Don't be afraid to give some dirty looks, okay? I have, and I will, and I will continue to do so. Safe running.
Good tips.
Young women, ladies, be safe. Teenage girls, please be safe. I want to share with y'all an experience that I just had like 2 hours ago, and I'm just now, wanting to speak about it because I was still shook up and still is. So I had to be to work at 5 o'clock today. So I ended up going to CVS because my baby needed some more water and some more puffs because we're not home. I'm in Lake City, South Carolina. We're not home. I'm staying at my auntie's house. So as I get to CVS, and there's a lot of stuff going around, so I check my surroundings everywhere I go. So as I pull up to CVS, there's this suspicious man that's just outside, just steady walking around, prancing around, just looking, smoking a cigarette. I said, okay, well, it's Lake City, so, a lot of crackheads or whatever with the rules. So I didn't really think nothing of it. So I got out my car, locked the door, and when I parked my car, guys, there's no surveillance there. So as I'm walking in the store, he's speed walking right behind me. So I went on one aisle to see if he was following me, and he did. I was looking at some little hair dye, act like I was looking at it, and guess what? He come on the other side, act like he's recording me or snapping pictures of me. So guess what I did? I went to the next aisle, and guess what he did? Follow me doing the same thing. So I speed walked to the baby aisle, and he's following right behind me. So as I'm looking for the water in her puffs, he's just sitting there pacing back and forth, looking at me. I feel uncomfortable, so I grabbed the stuff, and when he wasn't looking, I dodged it. I bolted the other way around, and once he see that I was gone, guess what he did? He followed me, followed me. So I cut off on an aisle, and he cut off on the aisle too. I guess he thought we was going to clash, so he was going to be right in front of me, but no, baby, you went the wrong way. So when I got up to the counter, it was people ahead of me, so I couldn't just go ahead and go out the door. So after they got it away, and remind you, he went and walk out the store, he looked back at me, and then he walked out the store. So I done purchased my items, and I left out the store, and he's standing like right there on the side of the store with smoking a cigarette. So I went back to my car, and then when I get to my car, ladies, there's a brown paper towel like you get from food restaurants or whatever, stuffed on the side of my door, on my driver handle door, stuffed right there, and a black zip tie on the back passenger door. Ladies, be aware of your surroundings. Like, that's a sign of sex trafficking. So my first instinct was to get that paper off my door. No, I didn't touch it with my bare hands. Luckily, I had tissue in the back. Now, my mom told me I should have just went back in the store and called the police right then and there, but you never know what you're going to do in that predicament or that situation. Everybody acts differently. I act differently. I got paper towel out of my back. I put it on my hand really good. I took it out and I threw it, and I cut that zip tie off my car. I called my mama crying and hysterical. Like, right now, I'm waiting for the police, guys. But ladies, please be safe. Be aware of your surroundings, please. Because human trafficking, sex trafficking is real, y'all. And I never thought it would happen to me, but it did. Please, ladies, be safe. Like, seriously.
She said she's been waiting for 2 hours. Waiting for the police. And this is these things too. When you're going home, you don't have to live in an apartment. You can live in a house. Wherever you are, please keep it lighted and be aware of your surroundings. Have your key ready to go when you're leaving out that car, so you don't be flipping it and fumbling for your key when you're trying to open your door. Because you see type of stuff that might happen. I don't wish this on nobody. I hope everybody is always safe. But living in the real world, you never know.
This is a PSA for all the girlies out there. Please be super careful touching the pumps at gas stations. I was just at the gas station filling up my car, and when I touched the handle, it was wet. And I thought, okay, well, it's probably just gas. Like, we're at a gas station. But no, when I got back in my car and I smelled my hand, it did not smell like gas. It smelled like bleach or chemicals. My fingers also started burning. Luckily, I had water right next to me, and I poured that on my hands, and it started burning even worse. So I drove home to go wash my hands, but it started getting worse. It was burning, tingling, numb. When I went to go stretch my hand, when I did a fist, my muscles started going on their own, and I had to like pry my hand back open. They're okay now. They just still burn, and they're peeling a little bit. I had no idea that this was a trafficking thing, and I'm so thankful I had water. So please, please be safe out there.
I'm like shaking right now because I literally almost just got trafficked. This is just a reminder to trust literally nobody. Like, never open your car door for anyone or your window for anyone, even if they're the nicest looking person in the world. I was sitting in the parking lot in Torrance, California, Planet Fitness, and this really nice lady comes up to my window and asked me to unroll it, and I told her that I wasn't going to unroll it, and she said, okay, well, my car is right behind you and it just broke down. Can you please take me to the gas station? It won't take long, I promise. And she's saying this while she's holding her phone, and so I asked her, why can't you just call an Uber or a Lyft on your phone, or why can't you walk there? And she was like, oh, I don't have those apps on my phone. Can you just take me? And I was like, no, absolutely not. I'm not going to take you to the gas station. If you need help, you can call someone on your phone, or you can go into the gym and ask for help. And then she proceeded to swear at me and walk away into the parking lot, nowhere near the car that she pointed at. So this is just a reminder to trust absolutely no one, because you don't know what people are up to nowadays, and your safety is way more important than helping someone with a favor that probably isn't even real.
Absolutely. Ladies, watch the ladies too.
Ladies, please be aware human trafficking is real. Be aware of your surroundings. These MF are watching.
Look, I'm in Target right now. I just got to the LI district, right? The jurisdiction of LI.
putting this shit in my trunk. I'm in my car. I'm putting this shit in my trunk. The lady's backing out. And, you know, it's funny because she's right there. I'm like, have a good night. The lady's backing out, and there's a car not letting her back out at all. He's covering her from backing out. Now, I heard the beep, 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 but I'm assuming the beep was towards me, like, excuse me, like, be careful, I'm backing out. No, I get in the car, I keep hearing the beep, It happened to be my trunk closed literally on the fucking bag. So now my trunk is stuck. I'm getting the fucking alert that my trunk is open. I come out the shit. I still see the car beeping. Lady comes out the car. She goes, can you let me out? The guy lowers the window down and stares at her. She bugs out. The fuck are you looking at? What the fuck you think you're doing? Blah, 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 this and that. I get closer to the lady and I'm like, hey. I'm like, what happened, my love? Everything okay? I look at the guy. The guy pulls his window up, backs up, and gets closer to her fucking car. As he's getting closer to the car, I get closer to the car. I knock on his window. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, man? Pull your window down. I'm like, yo, pull your window down. He ain't put his window down. You know what I do? Yo, they were tinted fucking black. The car was a white Chevy, like in a 1998, pure tinted black. I think his plates were KLP22Y. It was an out-of-state plate, yo. It was, yo, honestly, when I knocked on his back window, and you know what I did? This is what triggered him up. I went to open his fucking door. When I went to open his fucking door, he opened his door and fucking slammed the shit out of me. Really hit me in the chest, hit him in. The lady got out, again, yelled all over the parking lot. I need a police officer. I need a police officer. I need a police officer. Not one motherfucking police. Not one. But I swear to God, I've never seen so much police officers that hang out in Long Island. Everywhere in Long Island. When I go either fucking Lynbrook, I go to motherfucking Baldwin, I go to motherfucking Deer Park, I always see the cops hanging out in Target. And that one time you need them, they're nowhere to be fucking found. But go around 11 a.m. or go around any day of the fucking day, you see them hanging out, walking around Target, holding hands, buying coffee. Because I don't know what the fuck the cops be doing out here, to be honest, right? But I do see them always pulling over all these old people for no reason. I'm sorry. They pull out all these old people for no reason. And when you really need them to put in work, they're not putting in work. So the lady starts yelling out for cops here, cops that. No cops to be found. She took a picture of his plate. She took more than what I did. Physically, he hit me in my chest. I was about to bug out. I started hitting his back window. What the fuck? I almost broke this shit. My phone fell. So the lady came out anyways. She ended up telling me, hey, thank you very much. She gave me a hug and she said, yo, it's funny because my mom is in the car. Her mom was super old, like 90 years old. And she just broke down and she said she don't know what the fuck could have happened. But if they were trying to kidnap her or anything, she said the saddest thing in the world. She said they would have not got nothing out of us. I said, girl, don't say that. They would have never got nothing through. Nothing would have went through because I was here to help you. She said, thank you for speaking up. You got to speak up. And I told her, that's why I got to help in here. And she's like, no, thank you. So be fucking aware. Ladies, be aware. If you see somebody behind you not moving, yo, don't get out the car. Don't get out the car. Call the police. Go crazy. Hit him. Hit him. If you feel trapped, don't get in trap. Hit him. I say what other man won't say. Be safe. Please be safe and be aware that human trafficking is fucking real. All right? I'm out. I say what other man won't say.
Yo, I gotta agree with him. I think I might would have hit him. Get out of my way.
Okay, ladies. I got some packages in the mail. There's a couple other ones. I'm headed to Katy currently, but I had a little scary encounter. So I'm going to tell you my story while I open my packages. So I was headed to a content shoot yesterday, and I was on 45, and I had hit the Woodlands, and I noticed that this 18-wheeler, oh my gosh, these are free people, obsessed. And I noticed this 18-wheeler was playing chicken with me. Like while we were driving, trying to run me off the road, all sorts of things, being weird, waving at me, all this stuff. And I was like, okay, maybe I have a light out, whatever. I said, thanks so much. I like looked at him and I shook my head, like kind of acknowledged him and kept going. And he's like waving at me, like being weird. This is from the Sephora sale. I'll link all this in my life to know. But so I keep driving 30 miles. I call my mom and I'm like, listen, I think this guy is following me. He is like trying to kind of run me off the road. We're playing chicken. He like keeps getting very up close to my window, and he'll like wave at me and he'll blow me kisses, and he's like waving at me to pull off. Anyway, so I'm on the phone with my mom and I'm going over the overpass where 45 connects to the toll road, Hardy Toll Road. And so if you've ever drove on it, it's a 2-lane overpass, and then it merges into 1 lane where it feeds off onto the Hardy Toll Road. So I go to exit, and of course he zooms up to exit behind me. And in this 30-mile track that we've had so far, I've like zoomed up and like weaved in and out of traffic to try to lose him, like shake him off my tail. And like he's gotten out of my line of sight, and he has sped up and found a way to get back with me. And so he'll get in front of me, he'll cut his hazards on, he'll like brake check me, all this stuff. So we're on the overpass, and as the 2 lanes merge into 1, I'm driving, and he zooms up beside me, goes in front of me, and I letting him, you know, if he wants to go off, that's fine. And he cuts me off diagonally and is now blocking the 2 lanes so that I cannot merge on. And there's nobody behind us, so he's not really stopping traffic yet at this point. And so he's got me cut off. He puts his hazards on and he goes to get out of his vehicle, and he's got this note that he's like waving at me. So I put it in reverse, and at this point there's a few other 18-wheelers and cars that have kind of piled up behind me. So I go behind him, like I put it in reverse, and I go around him and I get onto the toll road. So he goes to get back into his car, or his 18-wheeler, and he gets back on the road, turns his hazards off, and he's following me for probably another 10 or 15 miles. So at this point, I'm like, I probably need to call the police. This is very dangerous. He's clearly following me. And something, my like gut feeling, something just wasn't right. So I call 911 and I report this in. And so I'm talking to dispatch, and she's like, what's your nearest exit? And I was about half a mile from my nearest exit. And so she tells me to take the exit. So I go to exit, and she asks me, is he still following you? Does he go to exit? And he does. So he comes up. He's caught up to me at this point, and we both go to exit. And so then she tells me to turn into the nearest establishment and go park in front of their front door with my hazards on. Make sure there's a bunch of other cars. So there's a Conn's distribution center that's like over to the right. Lots of people there, very public place. So I pull in, put my hazards on, thinking he's not going to come into this parking lot. No, he does. So he parks his 18-wheeler outside because he can't make the turn into the parking lot, parks on the street, gets out of his car, and he is walking up to my vehicle. And so I'm still on the phone with dispatch. I'm following her instructions. He's waving at me. He's telling me to get out. He has this piece of paper that he's waving at me. And so I'm starting to panic at this point. And dispatch is like, okay, get out of the parking lot now, get back on the highway and see if you can lose him. And so this man is within at least 100 yards or less of my vehicle, telling me to get out, making kissy faces at me, waving at me, all these kinds of things. So I get out of the parking lot, get back on the road, and now he's angry. He's running back to his vehicle. He's waving at me. He's trying to get me to stop and come over, and gets back in his 18-wheeler to follow me. Well, he couldn't make a U-turn because his truck was too big. And I'm able to get back on the interstate and lose him. Moral of the story is, ladies, this is crazy times that we're living in. Please be aware of your surroundings. Had I not been aware of what was going on, he probably would have followed me to my final destination and come up to me. There's lots of things happening now where they just want to get you close enough that they can make you smell their clothes or give you a paper that's laced with something to knock you out, and you're gone. So please be aware of your surroundings.
Don't fall for it.
It was very scary. So keep your eyes out. Ladies, protect yourself. Get your concealed carry. Know what you're doing. Know how to protect yourself. And just always be aware. So scary story of the day. But I hope y'all have a great week and nothing scary like that happens to y'all. But hopefully some good can come of this, and you know, it'll just make you be more aware. I know I will be on high alert from here on out. So y'all have a great week. Bye guys.
Bro, creepy. He creepy as heck trying to whip a 18-wheeler like a Tonka toy.
5 things I don't do as a woman when I run
Stalking.
errands alone. Number 1, I never put my groceries away with my back facing the parking lot. I always put my butt on my trunk and reach for my groceries and put them away like this, where I'm constantly having my head on a swivel and looking at the whole parking lot. If I were the other way and had my back like this, I'm putting myself in a vulnerable position where someone could just come up behind me. Number 2, I never have my door unlocked when I'm pumping gas. The only time it's unlocked is when I'm getting out of the car quickly and in the car. It's a known thing that people will come up to your passenger side and people leave doors unlocked all the time. They'll grab your purse, try and steal your car, whatever. This happened to my aunt a few years ago in Atlanta. She was pumping her gas. Someone pulled up, her door was unlocked, stole her purse and her wallet right out of her car. It took like 2 seconds. Number 3, I never sit in front of any store, gas station, establishment, and just sit in my car. I don't care if I need to text somebody back, put directions in the GPS. I do not just sit in my car. Again, you're just putting yourself in a vulnerable position. Your door could be unlocked and someone has that moment to unlock it. Someone could try and tap on your window and take your car from you. Like, just don't sit in any parking lot by yourself. You need to get in and start driving. Number 4, I never roll my window down or engage with people on the side when I'm stopped at a light or a stop sign. I know that sounds harsh, but if I feel like someone is truly in danger and they need help, then I would just call 911 and give 911 their location. But I am never going to roll my window down to help someone or give money because people are crazy. And number 5, I'm not going to be afraid to utilize security and police officers that are in grocery stores and malls if I feel uncomfortable. This was a few years ago, but I was in Publix and this man was following me around the whole store, coming up behind me and grunting behind me. I was so uncomfortable and scared that I just ran out and went straight to my car and drove away. There was a police officer at the front, but adrenaline's going and I just wanted to get out of there. But looking back, I 100% would have gone to the police officer, let him know what happened and have him walk me to my car and file a report. And I'm gonna add a number 6, I do not park next to vans. I don't care if it's the front spot in the parking lot, do not park next to a van. The second you get out, it is so easy for them to slide open that back door and just throw you in there. No. I've seen enough true crime things. I would never park next to a van. Just don't do it.
Smart. Take heed.
Somebody call the cops for me right the fuck now, because what the fuck? S-O-fucking-S. Y'all, what the fuck? Let me turn the car on.
Why are you looking so creepy?
Stop, did I not turn the car
Why are you standing there?
Put in the gas? Anyway.
No. No.
The shit I'm fucking talking about.
Man. That's why you gotta have protection. Stay on alert.
If you see this, run. If you see money in your windshield, you need to run away fast. They're trying to get you to get out of your car and grab the money. If you see this, you need to get in your car some other way. This is a sign that this is probably laced with something. People's hands have gone numb. They have passed out. It is a trick. Do not touch this. If you see this, they have labeled this. This is what they're labeling. They're saying this is a woman who is alone, that someone has been watching you. They see you're alone. They think you're vulnerable. You need to go home and you need to cut this off. This is meant to pause you so that someone from underneath the car can cut your Achilles heel, and so that you're distracted, it gives them enough time to get to you. See, this one looks the most innocent, but you're gonna notice this one, it's gonna be placed here after you're already in your car. Their goal is to get you out of your car. You just wanna check your surroundings, okay? Because there's so many different ways for people to get you. They don't wanna get out of your car and be texting. You don't wanna go to your car and be texting. You need to be, as women, you need to be aware of your surroundings.
I agree. Be vigilant. Keep your eyes on everything around you.
So I was just at Lowe's. I live in Orlando, Florida, and I just had the creepiest fucking experience ever happen to me. So I went to Lowe's because I wanted to buy bird feeders because I had birds in my backyard and I want to feed them and I want them to be around forever. And I was at Lowe's and I picked my stuff out and fucking shit, bro.
I went and I was doing self-checkout, and this guy comes like up next to me, and like he's like only 2 feet away from me, and he just starts looking me in the eyes like this. And you know when you're like, you can tell the difference between just like, oh, he's just like a weird dude, and like danger, like this person is dangerous and you need to like get the fuck out of there safely as soon as you can. That's this guy. Like, I felt like danger, like I was in danger around this person. And usually I don't get like that freaked out, because you know, people will be creepy, some dudes just stare, like things like that happen. But like, I knew that there was like something different in this experience, because he like looked me in the eyes for like a solid minute, and I literally was like, I probably did like a "why are you looking at me" face. And he just slowly went, and right next to me was like a chip stand, and he like aggressively grabbed a bag of chips while still looking me in the eyes and started walking away. And he kept looking back, like looking back while he was walking away. And I kept like looking over my shoulder and still see him like creepy fucking looking at me. And oh my god, I just felt so unsafe. So I usually don't do this, but I went up to the woman that was watching over self-checkout. I was like, can you please ask somebody to walk me to my car? I was like, I do not feel safe. I don't know. I just like had a weird experience and I don't feel safe. And she was like, oh, okay. So she went and got a male coworker, and I apologized to him. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't usually ask them this. He's like, it's okay. He's like, who is it? And as we're walking out the door, I like look up, and across the lot, I see parked next to my car a giant white van. The back doors are open with that guy and his friend standing right next to the back doors. And I mean like the exact spot next to my car, which makes me think like, oh my god, did they like see me going in on the way here? Because like I didn't notice them the whole store, but it was when I was checking out, he just did something creepy. And I literally pointed at him. I was like, it's that guy. And the guy saw me point at him, and they like, you know, got into their cars, and I was like, I'm kind of feeling afraid. And he's like, they're not gonna try anything, it's okay. And I was like, thank you so much for walking me. And like the 2 guys next to my car, like the driver's side of his car is right next to the driver's side of my car, and my car was facing this way, their car was facing this way, so the back was closer to my front door. I'm so glad that I asked them to fucking walk me in my car, because it was like, it felt so dangerous, dude. I did not feel safe. Fuck. Well, if you live in Orlando, Florida, I've been hearing stories about this anyways, like, please be safe. And if somebody is giving you the creeps, do not be afraid or embarrassed to ask somebody to walk you to your car, because your safety is way more important than anything else.
I agree with him, man. Listen to your gut. If your gut tells you to do something, get somebody to walk you out or whatever, please do so. It's not worth your life trying to be brave when you know, or it's not worth trying to save face thinking that people are going to think one way about you. You're crazy or something. Forget about that.
I had the scariest experience of my life last Saturday, and I'm going to tell you about it because I want to be able to bring awareness and help any other girls out there. I've lived in Florida almost my entire life, and I've never had anything this scary happen to me. I live in Miami. I went to Overtown, which if you live in Miami, you know it's not the best part of town, but I really wanted to go to Ulta. Long story short, I go to the shopping center, I go to Ulta, I go to Hobby Lobby, and I go to Chick-fil-A, and like my hands are full of the shopping bags. My car is in a parking garage. Mama didn't raise no fool. I was being vigilant. I was looking. However, when I'm approaching my car and putting things in my car, obviously I'm not looking around. I'm focusing on setting all of my bags down. And I just want to point out I have a Tesla, and the door handles are also like not easy to open. If you don't have a Tesla, you're probably not going to know how to open it. Anyways, as I'm finishing up setting the bags down, I look over and I've noticed that there is a black van now parked right behind my car, kind of blocking me in. And then I notice a man is walking towards me. So immediately I hurry up, I close my door and I lock it. This man is knocking on my window. He's like, I have a question. Pull the window down. So obviously I'm not stupid. I only pulled the window down this much because I couldn't get out. So I had to see at least like what was going on. He asks me, hey, are you leaving? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why. And he's like, because I don't know where the exit is. Can you tell me where the exit is? I want to follow you out towards the exit. I literally look up and there is the exit with like big red letters right in front of us. So I was like, okay, this guy can't be that retarded where he doesn't see that like something's going on. So I look behind again in my rearview mirror and I see that there's other men in the van. And at this point I'm freaking out. Like, y'all are not gonna take me, no ma'am. So I grab my pepper spray and I'm like, you need to get away from me. And I started acting a little crazy. He literally just said thanks and left. Got back in the van and literally drove towards the exit. He knew exactly where it was. It doesn't sound like a crazy story, but being in that situation was not fun. I felt like if I would have opened the window a little bit more, he would have snatched me up. I felt like if I had another car that maybe he would have known how to open the handles, he would have tried. Because why would you block a girl's car in with a bunch of other dudes in a blacked out van? I always thought I'm way too old to be trafficked, right? Like I'm pushing 30. There's no way like they don't want me. It doesn't matter. This is just a quick PSA. Florida actually has a huge record for human trafficking. Moral of the story, don't go to sketchy areas and be vigilant of your surroundings.
The other day, I went to Walmart to go grocery shopping. I pulled in the parking lot to double check my purse to make sure I had my debit card, and I continued to drive to the front of the store where I parked. As I parked, someone in a black truck parked next to me. Some random older looking man. He just sat there and stared. I get out the car, I go in Walmart, and I begin shopping. Every aisle that I go on, this man is on. I paid no mind and I keep doing my shopping. I check out and I go to my car and begin to put the groceries in my trunk. As I turn around, this man is standing directly behind me. Not only is he standing behind me, he's not saying a thing. I immediately panic and I yell, "Help." He panics and begins to grab my arm. As I continue to yell, "Hey, what do you want? Help." People begin to come over and he lets me go, gets in his truck and he leaves. There was no water bottle on the ground. There was no money in my windshield. It was just an older man you would never think was ready to grab me. Ladies, be careful out here. I don't know what's going on in this world, but let me tell you, your life is important. Pay attention to your surroundings, and if you can, take somebody with you, and if you can't, make sure you got your phone to the point where you can call anybody and everybody if you need them. This is one of the most scariest experiences of my life. I'm a nurse. I'm with patients all the time. It has never happened to me. And let me tell you right now, I'm terrified to even let my daughters go out the house by themselves. Y'all be careful and be cautious.
You heard her.
There are beings walking this earth that are not human.
There are beings that is walking this earth and they are not human. I just came from Kroger's. I just got off of work. I went to go pick up a few items, y'all. I go to the bread aisle. Now, the bread aisle is super long. I'm at one end of the bread aisle. There's a guy that's about 3/4 of the way down in the bread aisle. He got a cart. I got a cart. He's looking at me. And you know how you can see out your peripheral that somebody's staring at you. He ain't just looking, but he's staring at me. I kind of look his way. He's still staring. I go ahead and I get my bread. I go back around the other way because I'm going to the international aisle to get some pasta and some other stuff. While I'm in the international aisle at one end, this guy comes around and he's at the top of the same aisle. I see him still looking at me. Now, mind you, there's a couple of things that I need to get out of that aisle. So the first part of the aisle, I grab what I need to grab and I go about midways down. He's at the other end. So he's staring at me still. So I kind of look at him and I go like, how do you give somebody that type look? He's still staring. So I'm looking for what I'm looking for. I can't really find it because he's throwing me off because he keeps staring. Mind you, this man don't have nothing in his cart. He's not even turned to look at any food. He's looking directly at me. By this time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not on it. I'm about to just stare you down. So I turn to look at him. Y'all, when I tell you, this man stared at me and his eyes turned black. everything in his whole eyeball, not just the pupil, but the white part, turned completely black. He looked, it said black, and then he walked away. When I tell you I left that car sitting in that aisle, I didn't even buy nothing from Kroger's. I left out and I came home. There is stuff, there is beings that is walking in this earth, and they at the store, they at whatever, they look like us and everything else, but they are not human. I don't even know what to say.
I believe it. What y'all think?
Excuse me.
Drop it in the comments.
My name's Lori.
All right.
I just think you're one of the most beautiful girls I've ever met.
Oh, thank you.
Could I buy one of those things for you?
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll be fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you engaged with someone or involved with someone?
No, I'm not, but...
I'm not either.
I'm only 17, so...
Okay, well, that's a good age to be.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not quite that.
All right.
I got injured about a month or so ago. My knee is kind of, I'll show you, it's kind of banged up. I get bitten by a tick, actually. Maybe you can guess which one is bad.
Oh, I have no idea.
You can't
No,
tell?
I can't tell.
It's the right one. Anyway, I live out in the country, and I got a bunch of stuff that I was kind of trying to keep up on for work, but it's kind of falling behind. I'm looking for someone to help me.
Oh, okay.
It's a paying thing, but it's basically involves getting my stuff out of the garden and processing some things like tomatoes and that kind of stuff.
Right, right. I'm getting a phone call. I actually have to go.
Okay.
Yeah, kid, leave. PDF file. All the way. Look, this speak for itself. This video, I don't know what's wrong with these. I don't know what's wrong with men. I don't know what's wrong with some women, studs, femmes, aggressive femmes, just men. So I don't care. I don't know what's wrong with people. Keep your hands off of people, other people, if you're not welcome to do so. You don't just walk up and touch somebody like that. Where your home training at?
I'm just gonna say this. Y'all make it real hard to just exist as a man and not be associated with a lot of y'all predatory type of unnecessary solicit touches and harassments. Like every day, like we're on this app of TikTok where you hear women are saying, I don't know anybody that I know personally that has not been sexually harassed or essayed or in any type of way. And it's just like situations like this don't make sense. It still doesn't make sense to me. Like, what in your mind says, I'm going to go bother this woman and go physically touch her when I don't know her for nothing? We've never met up. We've never had conversations. We've never been intimate. None of those things for me to put my physical hands on her body like that. I don't understand it. Like, it should never be this hard to understand self-control and allowing women to just exist. Like, every day I'm compelled to just want to just be like, I want to be in these situations. Like, I want to be in the proximity of these situations so I can exact justice to protect people. Because it makes no sense. Like, what did you say in your head? Like, what was the outcome that you were expecting? For her to look at you, smile, and then get a drink, and then what? Later on take you home?
Stupid.
What was the end result that you thought was going to happen when you did this course of action? It's nasty. It's mentally deranged. Like, none of this makes sense. It's like, at the end of the day, if you see a young lady, you like how she look, you make a pass at her. If she says no, you keep on moving, you go find somewhere else. The pool is way too big. The ocean is way too vast for y'all to be doing these type of behaviors. And even those behaviors are not acceptable anywhere. Unless that's your girl, your wife, or somebody that y'all have a little rapport and she knows who you is and she's okay with that, cool. But besides from that, this is wild.
I agree with him. If you don't know,
I don't understand.
Don't touch him.
This bus is so big, y'all. This bus is so big. There's so many seats, and he want to hover over me. Do that make any sense? I feel unsafe. The hell? Why do you want to stand over me? Like, you don't feel weird as a man as well? That don't make sense to me. It don't. It don't make sense to me. You backed up now, but you've been hovering over me this whole time. And I've been gracefully putting my feet there, pushing you to the side a little bit, like, getting the hints. You're not getting it. It's a big bus. Go sit somewhere else. Go ahead. Go hover over an empty seat. Why you want to hover over a young lady? Move. That's creepy. It is. And it gets attention of weird. I don't care. I'm going to say that shit. Niggas is weird. And instead of being a gentleman, like, I'm sorry, miss, let me go stand somewhere else. No, you want to continuously stay here. So we both going to be on camera. And if anything go weird, I have you on camera. I don't feel safe and you're weird. That's all. Now, how am I even going to get up? I'm going to have to say excuse me. Why do I have to say excuse me for me to even get up? Yeah, I am, because you're weird and you're still standing here and I still feel unsafe. You can't stop me. That's my right to talk. The fuck? This whole bus, I've been feeling so unsafe. Like, boy, move. Excuse me. See? Move.
This guy was watching me while I stood in line at Rite Aid Pharmacy.
Why are you standing
I
back
knew
there?
he was going to probably be a problem.
Looking like Jason Voorhees.
What did you say?
Michael Myers.
I really like the lips.
Are you Frank?
Her lips?
My FBI informant, Frank? Are you him?
Oh,
No, just like your face.
Oh, if you're not Frank, you shouldn't be seen talking to me. I'm actually in witness protection program for my crazy ex-boyfriend, so...
Can I take you out at least?
No, it's not safe for you.
Crazy.
I can't believe men are doing this. Watch this older man get called out for taking a picture of a woman in the store.
Did you just take a video of me?
No.
Yeah, you did. Back. Your mom says so? Yeah, be careful.
I couldn't help it.
Or you're gonna be exposed.
I'm gonna ask your permission, can I?
Can you do it?
Take a picture of you.
Why?
Because you're stunning.
Take a picture of my butt though.
You have your whole of you.
That's weird. Don't do that.
I'm asking permission. I like pretty things.
So delete it.
But what I love about this trend is there are actually good people out there standing up and calling out these creeps.
You have pictures of children on your phone. That's not okay. That's disgusting. You can't take pictures of underage girls in a store. That's not okay. He was taking pictures of these teenage girls and he's walking away because he's embarrassed. Then show anybody your phone. Show anybody, because you were taking pictures and videos of teenage girls in shorts. I'm not wrong.
That baby like.
I saw the whole thing.
Chill, ma.
I'm sorry, baby. If you're going to take pictures of other people's children in stores, you should be embarrassed. Show me your phone then. Because if you don't have pictures of those teenage girls on your phone, then you should be willing to show.
Why would I show you anything on my phone?
Because you're being accused of something serious, and if you didn't do it, then it would be no problem. But you know you did it. I saw you do it. You saw me see you do it, and you started walking away.
And listen to what these good men do.
We're here or what? I'm waiting for somebody to help me find the ground fault circuit address.
And you thought taking pictures of young ladies is the best pastime?
Hey, I didn't see it. Well, I don't know. Go scroll. I think probably, yeah. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Push delete. Yep. And
Delete photo.
Yep.
And then go to recently deleted
And do those.
and delete that off your forever. Delete it off your phone right now.
I'm going.
Yeah.
You don't just take pictures of young
Sit here
women.
and say, yeah. Who the f do you think you are sitting here taking
Just-
pictures of girls?
I don't know, Nancy.
Go grab someone that works here. Go grab someone that works here right now. And delete them while I'm waiting.
Chase, you
I'm
need
glad
to stay
you
calm.
I don't give I don't
Well,
know
then
who
why are
this
you
guy
concerned about it? You don't give
because
a fuck?
I don't see who you think you are taking pictures of my girlfriend.
This is not okay. It never was okay, and it never will be okay. And this needs to stop.
Can't argue with that. It's crazy.
And then I will see you in like literally tomorrow night. Are you okay tomorrow night? Okay, so go with them and it'll be okay, okay? Okay. No. I want you to go inside, okay? I want you to go. Okay, goodbye. Thank you. I appreciate you, okay? No, I want you to go, okay? I want you to go. And because I really, it's honestly, it's not you.
Why are you walking out there?
That stalker tried to get inside her house. Luckily, it's not even her house.
Okay, I'm sorry that I'm here. We're this guy. We don't want you to know her. Okay, hold on.
I might be a little mad because now you're bringing that drama to my house.
Women of Houston, we got a problem. There were 3 men following a woman and her children around a Walmart yesterday. I have pictures. We need to find them, and you need to tell everyone in Houston about this. The woman who originally posted noticed that this man was recording her and her children. The Walmart is on West Road in Houston, and as you can see, he is clearly recording her. After she realized that he was recording her, she confronted him, and he pretended like he didn't understand English. But then she realized these 2 men were also with him, and they were not shopping for anything. As she walked away from them, trying to get away from them, they started whispering amongst each other. These men need to be found. If you know who they are or you have seen them, please make sure that you report them. This needs to be stopped. And if we don't start sharing and making sure everyone is aware of people like this, they will continue to get away with this shit.
Report it if you see it.
To my ladies that go run in the mornings, just FYI, be mindful of your surroundings. Today I went for my usual run in the morning and I noticed a head just sticking out of the brick wall. And I don't know who is this kid or what he's doing or this gentleman, but literally he's peeking out. And then he kept on peeking out like 10 times, looking towards me. I'm like, someone goes missing at the park. It was this guy. It's not...
Another Jason or Mike Myers or...
This is your reminder to be extra cautious when you order something on DoorDash and you specifically tell the person to drop it off on your doorstep, but they want you to meet them outside. Today, I ordered a couple things from a nearby grocery store to have them delivered to me. And when my Dasher, Brittany, was finished checking out, I sent her step-by-step instructions on how to find my apartment building in the complex. It's not hard to find my apartment or my apartment building, but I like to send step-by-step instructions every time just to be kind and helpful because I know that dashing is not a fun job. So the first thing that I thought was a little bit weird was that Brittany arrived and was sitting down in the parking lot and I could see her location and she was sitting there for probably like 5 minutes. But I wasn't in a rush to get my things, so I didn't think anything of it. I just kept doing what I was doing and figured she would drop it off when she was ready. Then I got a message from her on the DoorDash app and she said, "I need you to come down." So I sent a message back and I was like, why? She told me that she couldn't find my apartment, so I looked at her location on the map and I just texted her and told her how to get to my apartment from where she was at. Really simple. A couple minutes passed by and then she said, "Can you just come get it? I'm having a hard time." I was a little bit annoyed because I don't feel like my apartment is difficult to find, but it is what it is. I was like, sure, yeah, I'll come down. So I put my shoes on and I went out there. Tell me why it was like a 40-year-old man delivering the items that I ordered. Immediately no. Immediately no. So I go, "Are you Brittany?" And this man goes, yeah, I'm Brittany. So I kind of stop in my tracks for a second and my brain is trying to calculate whether I should get my stuff from him or whether I should just turn around and book it back to my apartment. And precisely when I paused, this man looks around, looks up, and then back down at me and goes, "Oh, you guys have security cameras here." Yeah, we do. So I just laughed and played it off. I was like, yeah, they're trying to beef up security here. We've had some people breaking into cars. I walked forward, I grabbed my stuff, and I booked it out of there. I don't even want to know what would have happened if we didn't have security cameras here. So yes, just your friendly reminder to be extra cautious whenever you order anything on any kind of app where someone has to physically bring you something. Just be cautious out there, you guys.
And she's on point. She notices it way ahead of time. Where do you live? No, you can't do nothing for no money. You can go to a staffing place and make some money for the day. That's what you could do.
Women, be careful out there. Man follows me throughout Target and tries to cover his face when he sees my camera.
People just so bold, creepy stalkers. Here's another one of these. Oh, so glad she had her key ready and was ready to get inside. Quick.
Ladies, be aware.
I'm back. I went and got me some donuts because I had a really rough day at the dentist, okay? And I'm about to tell y'all exactly how. First and foremost, I'm walking into the dentist office, right, y'all? This man comes out of nowhere. He walks up to me. He come out of nowhere. He like, hey, babe, where you going? What you doing? I'm like, just like that, right? I didn't say nothing. So this lady who was with me, she was just walking in as well, getting ready to take the same elevator. So the guy walked up to me. He was like, yeah, where you going? I said, I'm about to go to the dentist, like that. So he was like, oh, okay, what floor you going on? Can I follow you? I'm like, no. What is wrong with you? What do you mean, can you follow me? So the lady who was with me at the moment, she was standing with us at the moment. She stood in front of him. She got in front of him. She was like, sir, watch out. She said she don't want to do all of that. This is an older lady. She had to be about up in her 50s, right? She's about this short compared to me. And she's like, she said she didn't want to do all that. Now, mind you, this guy's like this big, okay? You could tell that woman serves a mighty God because she was not afraid of that man. She stepped right in front of him and was like, excuse me. She's not going with you. She don't want to go in there with you. So he was like, ma'am, you need to mind your business. You know what I'm saying? When I was getting ready to go in the elevator, she's telling him like, he telling her like, ma'am, you need to mind your business. She was like, no, you need to let her go on that elevator and I'm going to go on this elevator right here. So she walked off. She got in her elevator and I'm like, why would this woman leave me? Like, but like I said, the guy she served, okay, she knew for a fact that man was not going to mess with me no more after she stepped in front of him. Because she was like, nigga, it's not going to be none of that. Oh, excuse my language, but you know what I mean. So I get on the elevator and he's standing there watching me and I'm pressing the button because I'm like, oh my gosh. So he's like, so you ain't going to tell me what floor? And the door ended up shutting. So the whole time I'm on the elevator, y'all, my heart is racing because I'm thinking in my mind, this man is watching to see what floor that I stop on. Like, I'm literally shaking in my boots, okay? So anyway, fast forward, I'm getting ready to leave out of the dentist office because I ended up having a little altercation in the dentist or whatever. I'm on the phone with my sister, y'all. Why the heck I come out of the dentist and this man is literally walking past me in the hallway? I'm like, long story short, ladies in Detroit, everywhere around the world, just be careful, okay? Because these men, they getting more bold. They getting more aggressive. They don't care who watching. Just be careful, okay? Because little old me, I didn't never think something like this would happen to me. I never thought a guy would try to, like, even try to harm me or anything. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm, you know, I'm not invincible to anything. But it's just, you know, you just never think these things will happen to you. So just be careful out here, y'all. And just make sure y'all got y'all head on the swivel. And if you see something, say something.
It ain't funny, but I found it funny that bro gonna ask permission to be a stalker. Where they do that at?
Good morning. Something I seen yesterday with this passenger that I picked up. It was this strange looking ass thing staring at her when she got in my car. I normally don't drive Lyft in DC, but I got a trip up to DC and I had got another ride, and it went to Virginia. I normally don't drive that far. I normally cancel rides like that for I can get back to my destination. But when I pulled up to pick this lady up, Virginia is not that far from DC. Hey, it was worth the ride. Instead of me riding all the way back to my destination without making no money, I went on and just took the ride. And I picked her up. And when I picked her up, the way she was looking when she got in my car, she had me feeling a certain kind of way. I thought she was about to bring me a move or something. She said to me, look to the right and look at the man that's watching me. When I looked to the right, this was a strange looking ass man. And the way that he was staring at her and looking at me like he mad because I pulled up to pick her up. He looked like he was about to get her ass. I pulled up just in time just to get this lady. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When this lady got in my car, she was so damn scared. She say this man was just staring at her. Basically, she say she don't even really know what it was, but it looked like it was a man. She say the way that he just kept staring at her, it's like any moment he was just going to do whatever he was going to do to her. But I pulled up. The way that she jumped in my car, I thought she was about to bring me a motherfucking move. But she say, "Mister, please drive." I was like, "What's wrong?" She was like, look to the right. This man is just, look how strange he is. Look how he looking at me. Look how he looking at us. Hey, I know I'm a whole damn man. But this motherfucker gave me the creeps too. I don't know what these beings or whatever they are keep fucking with women. Women are disappearing lately out of nowhere. I don't know what these beings want with the women or from a woman. It seems like they all are watching and kidnapping women. People, when I look to the right, that motherfucker really gave me the creeps. But the way that he was looking at this lady, I'm serious. That shit creeped me the fuck out. Y'all better watch out. I'm talking about the women. Y'all better stop walking around by yourself at night. I don't know what you need to get, but you better get something to protect yourself. Because there's nowhere in the world all these women are disappearing. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it didn't look like it was all human. Ladies, y'all need to start going in places where you don't know where you at, or in an area you're not familiar with. I'm telling you, I'm sweating right now because I'm gonna tell you, me thinking about that shit and seeing what everybody talking about. Ladies, stop going into places that you're not familiar with. Stop walking by yourself. Because whatever these things is, they want you. I'm not trying to scare you or stop you from going places. I'm just telling you, be careful. Real talk. Shit is real, man.
Again, what y'all think? Drop it in the comments.
This man started to follow me on my way.
Yo, read this one. What is with the stalker vibe with people? Like, is that a sexy thing? Do people think that's sexy? That's gonna get you some play? You think somebody gonna want you when you just stalking them, looking creepy behind them, asking them creepy stuff? Stop doing that.
Then when I got in the car, he tried to open my door and started banging on the glass.
I'm glad my car automatically locks, because I would be fucking him up. No.
This is why women be carrying, and not just weapons. You know,
physically attacked by who? He said these women earlier. Now it's this woman. What's your story, baby? Because I haven't touched anybody. Oh, really? I've never touched you. You were recording. I'm sorry. That's funny, because your video is gonna be a bunch of lies. Right? White people love to lie on black women. White people, literally, this dude left his apartment. He left. I'm racist. Black.
Ken, get away from me.
Watch this creep come over to my personal bubble while doing our DLS. The gym was practically empty, and so many corners to be in, and he chose this one. I've been in this corner for 10 minutes before him and only had one set left. So I started recording him, so now we're all uncomfortable together. He was literally staring at my Pikachu before this.
If you see this man in Houston, specifically on the north side, this video was taken September of 2021 at the Kroger on Bamel and Veterans. You need to be careful, especially as a young woman. Listen to what I'm saying.
Is he giving him a middle finger? What the heck?
Listen, ladies, y'all have to be super careful and precautious of when you stay by yourself, because there's predators that's out there that's watching your every single move. They're watching when you come home from work in the morning or at nighttime. They watching when you leave the house. They watching every single thing. They watch to see what type of company you bringing inside of your house, what type of person you are, just so they can come in when it's time to come in. And let me tell you a story. So I was getting off of work one morning, and mind you, I stay by myself, and I have a fence around my home, but I always go out to like close it and lock it and stuff like that. So it had a black car that was waiting outside, and it was pitch black dark outside. Like, they was waiting on me to come and open my gate, but little did they know I was already pulling in for the night or morning to come in and go to sleep. But soon as I came in, I made sure I got my gun, and I noticed that it had a guy that was walking from like the opposite side in all black getting inside of the car. So by that happening, I basically prevented myself from being in that situation ever again. So I got a gate opener. So whenever I pull in my house, I back in now. Because things like that can get you hurt, raped, kidnapped, everything. Like I said, it will always be signs at the beginning. So those signs I took into consideration to save my life. And now I'm okay. But this is just a PSA to be careful, because you just don't know who's watching you.
Facts. You never know who's watching you. Even
I did tell a girl make a video about this, so I want to talk about it really quick. When I didn't have a car a year ago, I used to walk everywhere. And I used to walk everywhere late at night. Like, I would walk everywhere at any time of day that I wanted to. I didn't grow up in a very good part of town, and I don't live currently in a super gentrified part of town. You know, we got some crime over here, but it's all good. I don't think twice about it because I grew up in that kind of environment, so I never feel unsafe. I rode the metro every day for a long time. Like, I know how to handle myself. But one night I was walking alone, and this is the last night that I walked alone at night. I was walking to a grocery store down the street. It was like 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night. And this grocery store is right next to a venue. Please don't comment where I live below if you know what I'm talking about. It's right next to a venue. And the venue was letting out. I go to the grocery store, I get what I need to get, and then I start to leave. I always have big headphones on, so no one talks to me. I understand that's not smart either. Just listen to the story. So I walk out of the grocery store, and this really attractive guy is just standing there alone. He's just standing there lurking. He's not with anyone else. He's just standing there. He sees me and goes up to me. I don't hear everything he says, but I just go, nope, not interested. Because if you're approaching a random woman who's grocery shopping who has headphones on late at night, that's weird. Anyone with half a brain would know not to do that. So I say, nope, not interested, kept walking. I get to the street corner of my street that I live on, and there's another very attractive guy there, just standing, not with anybody, just standing, pretending to be on the phone, and he sees me and immediately approaches me. And I say, nope, not interested, get the fuck away from me. This is a common tactic for traffickers, okay? And the block that I live on is hot for that. Like, we got, late at night, you will see people walking, if you know what I mean. It is hot for that. This part of town's very hot for that. So if that happens to you, just be very weary of a random attractive guy who comes up to you out of nowhere and seems very confidently coming up to you. That's becoming more and more popular, especially in Los Angeles where I live.
Good morning, TikTok. So I was on my way to work and I noticed something really weird. I'm gonna show you. This is my car, and I have never seen this mark in my car, and it was random, so I'm a little concerned. I'm taking it off, but if any of you have any information in regards to like car taggings, because I know that in human trafficking people use tags and like different colors mean something different, so please let me know. I don't know if this helps, but I also got my tires stolen a couple of weeks ago, but this mark just appeared today, so I had not seen that in the past. So please, if you have any information, help me out, because I'm actually really scared.
Some people in the comments said that the pink mark means that you're a female and you're alone. Be honest, I don't know if that's what it means, but it sounds about right. This was supposed to be about a guy who picked up a girl, treated her wrong or whatever, and then left her. Some people in the comments said that it was a group called Yahoo Boys that did it. The Yahoo Boys are known as scammers over the internet, so I'm not quite sure what it is, but it doesn't matter. Be careful in love, be careful in life, be careful in it all. You never know who you're dealing with, because obviously this is Joe, my girl, crazy. You'll never love nobody else more than you love yourself. Just be careful with your heart. That's all I'm saying.
So you put a sock on the bat, so when they grab onto it, you can just yank the bat away.
So, what happens when the sock comes off, or you don't have one on there? My tip for ladies especially, don't swing your sticks like this. This is for baseball. This is for self-defense. Let me explain. First of all, 2 hands is better than 1, always. You're stronger this way. You're going to maintain control of it better this way. If it looks silly to hold it this way, you can hit any way you want to. Just use the 2 hands. Anybody stronger than you or with the slightest bit of self-defense is going to take this away from you a lot easier than this. Just something to think about from your local martial arts instructor.
2 hands are always better than 1. My opinion. I'll check out these steps too. This might be helpful as well. She is ready. And I can't fault her these days.
Turn around. Put your hands wide together. You're good. Come on. Stop. Stop.
Another PDF file.
Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Bitch. Fucking pervert. Open your fucking mouth, bitch.
Hey everybody, so this is my first TikTok video that I've ever done. Normally I'll just upload things, but I just wanted to make all and everybody aware that if you live in the Kyle area, the Kyle, Texas area, some shit just happened. Me and my daughter went to Walmart across the highway in Kyle, and we were targeted. Some guy was coming at her. She got scared and she jumped back into the vehicle. I jumped out and had got some my pew ready. But he was walking towards her, and then he saw me get out, and then he went back, and he was parked in front of us, and so he got into his car, and he just sat in his car, and he was just watching us. So then I was getting my stuff together to get out, to go into the store, and I made him well aware that I was, protected. So I told her, it's okay, get out. We went into the store. I stood there while walking in the store. He was, he saw that I had that. He was pulling out. He started circling around the parking lot. I stopped in my tracks, and then he turned around and went, towards the Goodwill. And then I was like, let's go in the store. So I was watching from inside the store, and I didn't see him anymore. So when we're in the store, then we, they don't roll by themselves. So we saw somebody else following us, and then I got tired of him following us. So then I started following him with my basket. And my daughter's like, Mom. And I was like, no, it's okay. I said, we're not going to let them scare us. So I started following him, and then he kind of looked at me and, moved to the side. So then I stopped and I moved, and I was like, where are we going? So then we go out. The key is gone, but then another car is parked there. And this guy, I'll post the picture. I'll upload the picture in the comments. He's sitting in a vehicle, and he's just looking at us. And you can see that he has his camera on us. And so I bought some Lysol wipes while I was in the store, and my daughter stopped in her tracks. She was like, Mom, he's looking at us. Like, it's okay, let's go. And so I was looking at him, and, I pulled my thing out, and I walked around. I wiped her door handle, and he was still looking at us with his phone. You'll see he had his phone out. And I walked around my vehicle, make sure it wasn't tagged, and I wiped my handle, pulled my protection out, put it on the dashboard, and just started staring at him. And then drove around in some circles because I wasn't going to go straight home for them to follow me. So Kyle, Texas, be careful, women out there. It's real. The shit's happening. So be aware of your surroundings. My daughter saw it firsthand.
It's sad. It's sad this day and age.
Ladies, if you are in the Dallas...
Yo, this is the Galleria Mall. Let me tell you, and it's in Dallas. This right here put me on high alert. And I don't mean high alert like, it put me on high alert. Because number one, I don't like to be blocked in. And this is just weird, as you'll see. It's just weird. Why are you a security guard acting weird like that? And if she was, because some people in the comments said, look at the direction of the cars. And maybe he was doing that because she was going the wrong way. But if you were going the wrong way as a security guard, you should be trained to actually step out, not step up to the car, but step out and say, turn around, you have to go the other way. Back up, you have to go the other way. I'm so confused with why you're just sitting in the car staring, and then you keep forcing you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you that close up to her? Why you keep moving up close to her? It's just weird. And I don't think security guards, like correctional officers, need some type of psychological test, because this is evident, along with the movie P2. Not everybody is meant to do those jobs. We ain't all people. And dang on sure not customer service ready. So, I don't know. I do know. This would have went way left real quick for me.
Move. What are you doing? I dare you to hit me. I dare you to hit me. Everything that I'm doing, he's moving. Look at him. Look at him. This is him. Now I'm going to get out and record him. This is him right here. This is the security guy right here. Y'all saw his face. He's literally blocking me in. Look how close he is to my car. This is how close he is to my car. He's trying to hit my car, and he's blocking me in. The security guard. This is him. Galleria security guard trying to block me in. Literally trying to block me in, and I'm simply just trying to park. Look at this. Look at this. I'm trying to park. Every time I move back, he moves forward. I'm trying to get in that parking spot.
This guy had to step in and help me because he saw how weird the security guy was being toward me.
Look at him. Why? Dude. This is ridiculous. This is so... Like, this is crazy. Literally, so crazy. This is crazy. This is security guard right here. Go. Go. Stop recording me. That's him.
Crazy.
I will say this till the day I die. The girls and the gays, we have to stick together, babe. This is why. So I'm just sitting in my car waiting on my friend because we're going to go get lunch. And I'm minding my business, scrolling through TikTok, laughing, giggling, kikiing in my car. And this girl comes knocking on my window and she's like, hey, babe. I was like, babe, excuse me, do I know you? And in my brain, I thought she was the little lady of the night trying to make some coin. So I look at her, I'm like, oh, sorry, you're like not my type. Like, I don't really do that. Thank you, though. Like, and she looks at me, she's like, stop acting like you don't know me. Here, let me get in the car. I don't lock my door. And as I start to roll up my window, she looks at me with the most scared eyes, and I knew something was up. She was like, please let me in the car, babe. We have reservations soon. And as she said that, something seemed sketchy. So I looked in my rear view, and there was a man that was just staring. He was acting like he wasn't, but he was staring. I let her in my car, drive a couple blocks, and she looks at me. She was like, thank you so much. That man has been following me for 30 minutes. I don't know what would have happened. Then I dropped her off at her house because, whoa.
Wow. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming by, stopping by, and checking it out. And remember what I said, please, 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 please be vigilant. Please be careful when you're out here in the streets, ladies. Please just pay attention and do what you need to do to protect yourself. Even if that protecting yourself may look odd to other people, you know? It's getting wild. It's getting wild out here. And I don't know what else really to say besides take care of yourself. And if you get some good tips, pass them on. And if you get a moment, do what I always ask you to do. Pay it forward. Bless somebody else like the Lord is going to bless you. I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Y'all be easy. And again, thank you to my 3 new subscribers. Much love, and I appreciate y'all. We're going to get better. We're going to get deeper. And we're going to learn some things. This is what the new internet is about. Truth, not deflection. I'm out, guys.